Zavi, you're too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every...
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from the Superdome. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins take over on first down at their own 19-yard line.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That second down play, that's a -4. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
This goes out wide for Drake. He's got room past the 30. Oh, he shifts past him. Still on his feet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Counter play, Drake. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 17.
On first down, Drake. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Drake looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal. Mariota. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Saints force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made by Metcalf. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. And inside give to Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he's got some space here. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 28. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Jones is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
play fake. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings all the way down.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First down at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mariota. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they run off tackle with Drake. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Not sure if he was looking for a cutback lane or whether he was trying to get to the corner, but he didn't find either. And they ended up forcing him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, Mariota. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A pitch out to Drake. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Mariota now to throw on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DK Metcalf, 26 yards. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3.
Dolphins 3.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from the end zone, here comes Herbert. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Williams. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
That's good for the Saints.
Now a play fake here on first down. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Mariota. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he's He's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mariota's throw here complete to Kelsey. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Throwing, Mariota. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 17 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Jalen Mills in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Takes it to about the 37.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. On the option, here's Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mariota on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans! DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 17-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Herbert.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. A 1st down throw for Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota now. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play fake, Mariota. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mariota to sneak it. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll sneak it with Mariota. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Even after the penalty, trailing in the 4th, they've still got to go. It's 4th and goal. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
10 cycles. 52 blasters.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Finding space at the 40. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 54 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Ready. 52. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the richest, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we're the ones who started.